Governor. Good to see you. I missed you already. He's doing good. The Joint Assembly and guests will please be seated. As Speaker of the House of Delegates and President of the Joint Assembly, it is my pleasure to present to you His Excellency the Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Honorable Ralph S. Northam.
Speaker Cox, Senator Newman, Lieutenant Governor Fairfax, Justices of the Supreme Court, ladies and gentlemen of the General Assembly, thank you for inviting me to speak with you this evening. And to my fellow Virginians, thank you for the extraordinary honor of serving as the 73rd Governor of this great Commonwealth. I have to admit this feels a little different up here. Just a few days ago, I was sitting one row back. Although this is not my first time making an important speech from this podium, when I last stood in this spot, it was to announce my candidacy for the important position of Attorney General of the 1976 Model General Assembly. And I'm proud to say that I won. And by the way, that I was unopposed. And after this past election, that is the only way to run. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge a few people who are with us this evening. First of all, please join me in welcoming the love of my life and the First Lady of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Pam Northam, and our daughter Aubrey. Thank you all. Pam spent much of her career as an elementary school science teacher. She always has shared my passion for early childhood education and the belief that there is tremendous power in every child. Pam, I cannot wait to see what you accomplish for the people of Virginia as our First Lady. I want to recognize Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax and our Attorney General Mark Herring. It was an honor to campaign with you both, and I look forward to the great things we will get done together over the next 4 years. Next, I am pleased to be joined by a diverse group of talented and dedicated men and women who will serve as my cabinet and closest advisors in the years to come. Thank you for your commitment to serving this Commonwealth. One of the most important duties of the men and women of my cabinet is to oversee the work of 110,000 of the most talented and dedicated public servants anywhere in the world. Please join me in thanking our Virginia state employees for the outstanding work they do for all of us. This cabinet is led by women, and like this new General Assembly, it is also one of the most diverse in our history. This management team can be an example to our friends in the corporate world. When people say we can't find enough women or enough diverse candidates for leadership roles, I say you're not looking hard enough. We could not be here tonight were it not for the bravery and sacrifice of men and women who wear uniforms of every sort to keep our communities, our Commonwealth, and our country safe. From the armed services and law enforcement to firefighters and other first responders, we owe all of these public servants our thanks and our continued support. I would like to thank Terry and Dorothy McCullough for their tremendous service to this great Commonwealth. It was an honor to serve with them over the past 4 years, and Virginia is better off for their leadership. Finally, I would like to share my best wishes for Speaker Bill Howe and his family. He served this Commonwealth with distinction for nearly 30 years, and I know we were all praying for his speedy recovery. Thank you all. On Saturday, I was honored to have the opportunity to speak with you formally about the approach I will bring to my term as governor. I believe Virginians select their leaders for one reason: to make this Commonwealth work better for them and their families, no matter who they are or where they live. That is a simple statement. But far too often, public servants, with the best of intentions, find themselves pushed and pulled by forces that do not align with that goal. In an era of social media and cable news, in a building filled with advocates, partisans, and pundits, staying on the right path can be difficult. Those of you who know me know the Eastern Shore shaped who I am. It's a quiet place, a place of humility. It's a place where they teach the old lessons, the ones about loving our neighbor as ourselves. And it's a place that reminds us of Virginia's contradictions. For many people, this is the best place on earth to live and work. But while so many Virginians share in the opportunity and prosperity of a thriving state, those benefits have eluded too many of our neighbors for too long. As governor, I am committed to working with you to turn that around. As we begin our work together, I hope you will join me in applying this test to the decisions we make. Does this action do the most good for the most Virginians? Have we been transparent with the public about what we are doing and why we are doing it? And finally, is there a better way forward that we haven't yet considered? Tonight, I will lay out an agenda designed to reinforce the things that are working and to fix the things that aren't. If we take these steps, we will answer the charge our voters gave us to make Virginia work better for everyone, no matter who they are or where they're from. Achieving that goal begins with creating new jobs by helping Virginia companies grow and attracting new ones to every corner of the Commonwealth. I am committed to working with you to create more opportunities for Virginia workers to get a good job that empowers them to provide for their families and lead productive lives. But bringing more jobs to Virginia is only half the battle. Too many of our fellow Virginians are out of work or underemployed because they lack the skills they need to begin a long-term career. And too many of our businesses are struggling to fill high-paying positions because they just can't find people with the right skills and training. If we're going to make Virginia work better for everyone, strengthening our workforce development system and expanding access to registered apprenticeships are key. During my campaign for governor, I made connecting Virginians with the skills they need to succeed in a new economy the centerpiece of my agenda. That's why I've appointed Megan Healy as Virginia's first cabinet-level chief workforce advisor to focus our attention on these issues at the highest level every day. We're also beginning the work to implement a proposal I made during the campaign called G3, which is short for Get Skilled, Get a Job, and Give Back. The centerpiece of that agenda is a plan to pay tuition and fees for any Virginian who pursues a credential in a high-demand field if they commit to at least 1 year of public service. This innovative program, which we will pursue over the course of my term, will be a big boost to the great work that is already taking place to build the workforce of the 21st century. This year, I hope you will accept the proposal in the introduced budget to increase the funding for the new Virginia Economy Workforce Credential Grant Program. Originally proposed by Governor McAuliffe, this first-in-the-nation program connects students with workforce credentials in high-demand fields by paying 2/3 of the cost when they complete their studies. Since its inception, this program has helped Virginians attain 4,395 industrial credentials. More than 90% have gotten a job. If we work together, we can build on our advantages in workforce development and make sure every Virginian can get the training she needs to build a successful career right here at home. Building a better Virginia for every family starts with offering every single child a world-class education, no matter who they are or where they live. Virginia is home to some of the best schools on earth, and we should strive every day to make them better. But we are also home to schools that struggle. One of the most urgent reasons that some schools are falling behind is a nationwide shortage of qualified educators. The proposed budget includes several proposals to address this issue, including additional funding to help school divisions recruit and retain principals in challenged schools, and enhanced student loan forgiveness for teachers who serve in our hardest-to-staff schools. We should also work together now and in the years to come to make Virginia a leader in teacher pay, so that the best and brightest come to our schools and stay for their entire careers. Quality teachers are critical to educational success. So are school support staff. In difficult times for our budget, we have often asked schools to do more with fewer guidance counselors, custodians, and school nurses. These men and women play an essential role in the education of our young people, and we should make sure every school can hire the best. As we work to attract the best educators and staff on the planet, we should also recognize that a child's prospects for lifetime success are far too often determined by the school